think I already, yeah, you already have it, yeah. You want- W4.
We had a lot of login problems.
I know. Technology.
My suit is
I have a blazer if you want to borrow it.
Maybe. Next time.
You need a chair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good, how are you?
Alright, also, since you have not been confirmed, just when I do the roll call, just say the members of the public present.
Yeah.
Not members. We'll start whenever.
Sent you an email.
See you later. More pressing matters.
We have a meeting too, if you wanna come to ours.
Oh, I know. Fancy.
That's how they call it out when we just live.
Dang. Is he live streaming that one? Or is he recording that one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We get a meeting before this party meeting.
Oh, so good.
Teamwork. Gonna get it done. No, you got it?
Yeah, I kinda say what I need to do.
I mean, the main thing is just the roll call,
Okay.
I guess, and then we'll have a couple motions. Easy enough.
Yeah, I can probably do it if you. Yeah.
Should be about 4. Yep, that's all passed. Yep.
Yeah. So, let me do this. Can you?
First try.
Awesome. Alright.
I'll let you flip through that as you need.
Yep. Awesome. Actually, someone else also record that down in case.
That'd be good.
I call this Budget Appropriations Committee meeting to order at 5:39 p.m., June 2nd, 2026, in the Student Government Conference Room. Will all members of the committee please state their name for the record?
Colin Chebakar.
William Folk. Carlos Salas.
Fujan Patel.
Tyler Tyson.
Noah Disher.
Logan Alexander.
And Phoenix Comstone as chair. Will all members of the public please state their name for the record?
Kayla Aurora.
Leland Jensen.
Gary Bryant, advisor.
Jerome Scott, advisor.
Molly Murphy.
All right, there are 8 members present. Quorum is established. We have 2 items on our agenda today. The first item being to review and decide on whether to have supplemental funding, and to provide us information, we have Mr. Gary Bryant from SG Finance. So, yeah.
Let's start up. All right, give you guys just a quick crash course on history of the revenue budget. When we're talking about A&S fees, you can go to the next slide. Many people know, with the state that we haven't had a tuition fee increase. I would take this next slide. All right, as you can see, so we haven't had a ANSV tuition increase since fiscal year 16, which was actually the first year I got here. I got here February 2016. So haven't had a tuition increase since then, which is great for students as far as, how much you pay for your fees. When it comes to departments and rising costs, departments do feel the compression without the ANSV increase. That can happen with, of course, with salary increases. We have the minimum wage increase that's been in effect. Last increase goes into effect this coming September 30th for another $1. But the departments have done really well, especially student government, with just allocating their budget within itself to, make up for those salary compressions and just cost compressions overall. Everything's going up. One of the things we've actually been able to do because of, you can go to the next slide, because of actually an increase in attendance as far as students being let into the university is, even though we haven't had a tuition fee increase, we have had an increase in revenue due to the increase in students. You can see the last 5 years how, the first 3 years we ran at a deficit, which compared to a, $20 million budget, 147K isn't a big deal. But we were running at a deficit. But one of the good things we were able to do is with the increase in students, of course, comes an increase in revenue. And so even though we haven't had a tuition increase with ANSV in 10 years, we were actually able to increase the ANSV budget due to the increase in revenue. And we normally look at this over 2 to 3 years, make sure everything is constant, because anything can happen and swing revenue up and down at any time. So we're always pretty conservative. But you'll see in the ANSV budget column how we increased the budget. We're always pretty conservative. The last one we did was, of course, you see the 500K. Went ahead and increased our budget according to a steady revenue input that's been coming in on an annual basis that we can go by. And it's been great. It's given an increase to rec sports, to SG itself, and then the student engagement umbrella as well, as far as the union as well. So everybody benefited from it. You go to the next slide. This year, and I'll talk about this one. So what we did with the surplus was the committee last year was able to, during the hearings for fiscal year 27, allocate that surplus based on how we felt it was gonna come in and stay static. So they were actually able to increase the budget by the 499K, but also, in addition to it, they were actually able to approve some one-time proposals that were made by the departments, as you can see those two at the bottom. So those two at the bottom will, those two departments will get those budgets this coming July for fiscal year 27. And then they'll go off and running and, do their upgrades. And as you can see, rec sports will use the 150K as well for Pilates. Good thing that we see this year is we're seeing another surplus. Things are kind of staying steady. We're still keeping an eye on things, but at the moment, you can go to the next one. At the moment, we're expecting another around 400K in surplus that can be used. We're very hesitant as far as just making that 400K reoccurring, because again, we like to watch it for a couple of years. So definitely come fiscal year 28, as far as an amendment, if things are still constant, we're able to then at that time maybe add to the budget. But right now we feel 100 to 150K reoccurring is very, very safe. It can be used. As far as if you wanted to approve some more provisos, which are the one-time budgets for the departments. And then Phoenix can give you more as far as the language, how that goes out. But just wanted to give you a heads up and see where we came from, where we are now. Things are looking really good. I'm hoping it stays constant, and again, come fiscal year 28, we can really start helping the departments out with some additional budget that's reoccurring instead of just a one-time thing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Any questions?
I have one just for clarity. So the
Mhm.
proviso, that also would be the same as supplemental,
Yes,
right? Okay.
correct.
Just for everyone's
Mhm.
knowledge. Jerome.
Yeah, I just want to add, not a question. If you can go back 2 slides, because I want y'all to see what this looks like in practice for y'all. So when y'all are reviewing the budget proposals from each of the big 4 entities as they're coming, if y'all were to move forward with requesting any supplemental from them, any supplemental requests that they might have, they would then create a list of what those projects would look like for y'all. To then get a list. So these 2 that were approved were part of other ones, and then the budget committee at the time decided these are the ones that they wanted to go with. And so they'll explain what that will look like from those departments, and then y'all will get to decide where those funds get allocated from there. Yeah.
Awesome. Anyone else?
I got, sorry, you.
No, you got it.
So with these like supplementals, the provisos and stuff, you said like we're pulling from that 400-ish area. So like for this one, it only adds up to like 250. What happens to the other 150? Will that?
So this was, the 400 we're talking about is from
for this upcoming.
this year's,
Yeah.
upcoming. Last year was a different amount.
So if it's like we approve X amount of supplementals that covers, let's say 300
Mhm.
of that 400, and then there's another proposal for 150.
Mhm.
Can we amend that down to 100 to approve, or how does
So
that?
if you decide to do like 100K reoccurring, then the 300 is your pot.
Okay, got
So it'll be up to you to either deny or go back to the department and say, negotiate, you know,
Okay.
it's up to y'all how you wanna handle it.
Got it.
But that'll be your pot to work with.
Awesome. And then my question is, for our sake, the 400K would be supplemental for both, right? Like like the recurring is also separate from the 0%, like the.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep, awesome. All right.
Questions, that was easy.
There we go. Thank you, Gary.
Alright, I'll leave you all to it then.
Appreciate it. Alright, so I think it makes more sense to do the percent first and then do supplemental. I guess it doesn't matter, but we'll do this one first. So something that we have to decide in this meeting is the percent change for the 27-28 budget from the past fiscal year budgets. So as you see, like at the top of all the budget bills, there's like 0%, and like that's like the change in the budget. So essentially, the way that works is when we request from the big 4 entities, we're essentially requesting that they give us a budget that is 0%, like the same budget as the last year, like the same amount of money, like a 0% change in the amount of money. So they're essentially just send us a request for the same amount of money is essentially a 0% increase. As you saw, like with the numbers on this presentation, we have the supplemental money, and then there is like slight increases whenever it reaches to the point like we're 3 years comfortable. So I think my thought process here is that we should approve a 0% change, as A&S fees have not gone up, and the amount of money that is increased is what's going to be used for the supplemental. So I think it makes sense to do a 0% change, and then we can also do supplemental funding on top of that. So yeah.
I agree with that, and especially like something to reevaluate next year as then the 3-year period goes.
Alrighty. Do I hear any motions?
I move to approve a 0% change for the fiscal year 2027 to 2028 budget from the fiscal year 2026 to 2027 budget.
I hear
By unanimous consent. Sorry.
I hear a motion to approve a 0% change for the fiscal year 2027-2028 budget from the fiscal year 2026-2027 budget by unanimous consent. Do I hear any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. Alright, so our second item is to essentially decide on what Mr. Bryant just discussed with us. Essentially, we need to decide if we want to do supplemental funding, and essentially that'll just be a motion that we want to request the big 4 entities to submit for supplemental funding. So we're not setting the amount or anything like that. We're simply just saying, yes, we want you guys to submit requests for additional funding. And then once we get those requests, we'll be able to determine like what we wanna fund and what we don't wanna fund. And, you know, that's kind of what happened last year. You can see, these are the two projects that the budget committee from last year decided they wanted to fund from the supplemental money. So essentially, we're just saying, hey, we have supplemental money, please give us submissions for possible projects. So that's kind of my thought process, and yeah.
Alright, I move
Yeah.
to request supplemental funding for fiscal year 2027-2028 from the big four entities by unanimous consent.
I hear a motion to request supplemental funding for fiscal year 2027-2028 from the big four entities by unanimous consent. Do I hear any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. Alright, I think that concludes our meeting. We really don't have a ton.
And you already did the 0%, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did that first. Yep. A 0% change for the 22, yep. Right, is that all we have today? Yeah, alright. I adjourn this meeting at 5:51 PM on June 2nd in the SG conference room. Thanks, guys.